So I interviewed Rick Cheatham. He'll play tomorrow morning. He's running for state representative. And he's currently a member of the Pocatello City Council, and if he wins, he's not resigning from City Council. He's gonna double dip. And it says, number one, it's legal. And I guess there's about 3 or 4 people around the state right now who are doing the same thing. Test, check, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Check. Uh-oh. Little black and white doggy's not walking on his back right leg. Dun, 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 dun. Well, call me or text me in the morning, John, if you want to go tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you. Try to get away from the golf courses. What time will the game be, you know?
At 4,
I should be done. What time are you leaving?
about 2, 1:32.
I should be done.
Okay.
If I get out there.
Figure about 1:30.
Okay.
Chest, check, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fix this for a second. 1, 2. Check, check, check. I mean, if you go, that way I can remember to take the another headset.
I think he's just gonna have me do fairways and I can
You run up and down the fairways like Speed Racer.
yeah, straight as
Check, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh. There you go. Would you hand that back to, or hand that over to him, sir? Because I ought to. You're patiently waiting for me. I suppose I should probably give that to you. I heard that. You're trying to have James hit me in the head. Is that what you said?
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Well, we had no winner on Friday in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So we throw another $5 into the jackpot, and your next chance to win comes up Monday morning following the 7:30 news. I'll give out the 4-digit lucky number. Hopefully it'll match the number that you have, and you could win $205 in the jackpot on Monday. Be listening. It's the KCH Money Magnet Contest on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game.
KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at
KACH.
Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Tony Hansen Field as this afternoon the Preston Indians take on the Century Diamondbacks in an elimination-style game here this afternoon. The loser goes home, gets ready for summer, starts waxing the surfboard, and the winner will get ready to take on Pocatello tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock back over at Hollowell Field in Pocatello. For the Indians, who suffered a tough loss the other day against Pocatello, losing 4-3, had the tying and winning runs on base with nobody out in the ninth inning and couldn't get the runs in, and they lose 4-3 in a very fun game and closely contested game. With the loss, Preston is now 11-7-1 overall on the year, and Century just playing out the string in what has been a very tough season for them as they are still without a win this year. They are now 0-20. Preston and Century have met a total of 3 times this year. Preston has won all 3 games. In fact, they have 10-run ruled the Diamondbacks in all 3 games so far this year. It will be Seth Burbank going to the mound today for the Indians as he'll draw Gavin Flynn, for the Diamondbacks here this afternoon. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the lineups for you coming up right after this.
KACA.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Yeah, welcome back. A little snow squall line go through here about 40 or 45 minutes ago. But right now, broken clouds above the ballpark. Sun's actually out, but the wind's still blowing, and it is very cool outside. But we should have no problem getting the game in. Here's the lineups today. First for the Diamondbacks is Eli Blackhawk will lead off. He is the shortstop. Gavin Flynn will hit in the second spot, and he is the pitcher. Kaj Vallapando will play at third base, and he'll hit third. Jake Call is the second baseman. He'll hit in the fourth spot. Blake Phelan hits fifth. He'll be behind the plate doing the catching. Dominic Malcolm is in left field. He'll hit sixth. Logan Daniels hits seventh today for the Diamondbacks. He'll be over at first base. Tristan Burroughs is in right field. He'll hit eighth. And Cam Packard bats ninth, and he will play In center field, Blackhawk, Flynn, Villapando, Call, Phelan, Malcolm, Daniels, Burrow, and Packard for the Diamondbacks. Here for the Indians this afternoon, they will have pretty much the same lineup they've had the last couple of games. Ashton Madsen will lead off. He'll be behind the plate. Devon England will bat second and play at second base. Chase Oxborough is the first baseman, and he will hit third. Damon Wynn is hitting fourth, and he'll patrol center field. Austin Glead is the shortstop. He'll hit fifth. Carson Chug is in right field. He'll hit in the sixth spot. Seth Burbank does the pitching as he will bat seventh. Trevor Gregory is at third base, and he will hit eighth. And Emery Thorson is around in right, or left rather, and he will hit number 9. Take another timeout. Back with more on the pregame show right after this.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Stay tuned. The Diamondbacks and the Indians coming up. First pitch is coming up next.
KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Let's go, batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run, but even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
Today's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have an occasion when you need a professional to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. Motor Jungle, looking for a used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game, in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, is strictly prohibited. And hi again, everybody, and welcome to Tony Hansen Field, as today the Diamondbacks are visiting, taking on the Preston Indians, as Eli Blackhawk is the first batter here for the Diamondbacks and takes the first two pitches from Seth Burbank on the outside corner. Both of those are called strikes, and Seth quickly jumps out in front, no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's lined right at the third baseman, Gregory.
Lines that out to third to Gregory for out number 1.
So Blackhawk lines the 0-2 pitch right at the third baseman, and that'll bring up the pitcher for the Diamondbacks this afternoon, Gavin Flynn. So for the Indians, well, trying to earn their return trip back to Hollowell Field tomorrow afternoon and face the Pocatello Thunder again. As the first pitch here to Flynn is a breaking pitch that stays up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. After that game on Saturday, I'm sure they want another chance at Pocatello, as the next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. They fell behind early 3-0, gave up, came back, tied the game, gave up a couple of runs, and then had the tying and go-ahead runs on base, and ended up losing in a very hard-fought game as the pitch swung on and missed again by Flynn. It's 1-2. Ended up losing 4-3 on Saturday afternoon. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But either way, I'm sure the Indians want to be able to have that inconvenience of climbing on a bus at least one more time as the 3-2 pitch misses outside to Flynn, as it's a 1-out walk here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Kaj Villapando. I thought it was a pitch early. Flynn tossed the bat away 1 pitch too early. Come back now for the 3-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball to short. That's where Glead hangs out, and he throws across in time for the out. So after throwing his bat away on what he thought was a walk, Flynn comes back up and hits the 3-2 pitch on a couple of hops to the Preston shortstop. Now here is Kaj Villapando. Villapando, who had 1 hit in the game here last Friday, the opening game of the district tournament, came with in the 5th inning when he singled home a run, and he was 1 for 3 overall in the game. And the breaking pitch must have hit the bat because he's not giving him a base, so it must be 0-1. Looked like he had ducked underneath it. Thought he got his head and shoulder out of the way, but the umpire doesn't like give him the bag, and he's still standing at home plate. As Burbank comes right back, there's a breaking ball this time. Again, that one just misses, landing on his back as well, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0. So in the other 2 at-bats that Villapando had here on Friday, he struck out, both of those coming against Austin Glead. 2-0 pitch, pulled foul, and it's 2-1. Today's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering more options for your insurance coverage needs, including free competitive quotes. You can stop in the office at 85 South State Street and see for yourself, or call them at 852-2500. 2-1 pitch is high. So 3 balls and a strike here on Kaj Villapondo. Outfield straightaway. What wind there was has gone away for the time being, as Old Glory is hanging completely limp on the flagpole out in left field as the pitch is rolled foul again. And now the count is full, 3-2 here in the top of the first inning. Dan Hubbard here at the ballpark. John Beverly back in studio. Glad to have you with us. After the weather this morning, we're just glad to be playing at all. Burbank ready. The 3-2 is lined at the third baseman, Gregory again. So Gregory handles a couple of lineouts plus a ground ball to short, and the Diamondbacks are gone in order here in the top of the first inning. Nothing across for Century. After a half inning, it's the Diamondbacks nothing and the Preston Indians coming to bat.
KACA.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Well, we go to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless, as the Diamondbacks go out in order, 1, 2, 3, and the Indians come up for the first time. And here in the first inning, it'll be Ashton Madsen, Devon England, and then Chase Oxborough at the plate for the Indians.
Ashton Madsen, number 20, followed by England and Oxborough.
So Ashton Madsen will come to the plate to lead off here in the bottom of the first inning here for Preston. And Madsen, who had a tough day last Saturday in the game in Pocatello where he went hitless in the game. In fact, the only time he got the ball out of the infield was in the 6th inning when he flew out to center. Other than that, it was a line out and a couple of ground outs. And the first pitch is up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. Breaking ball stays up high again, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Ashton hitting .263, no home runs, 14 runs batted in on the year. And the 3-2-0 pitch, breaking ball, that is on the corner for a called strike, and it's now 2-1. Of his 14 RBIs this year, 4 of them have come against this Diamondback club. A little slow roller to the right side. Fielding it is called to straighten and throw out Madsen for the first out. So there's 1 out, and now here's Devon England. England's the kid with the high, who was hitting up there in the high rent district, 482, a home run, and 24 RBIs overall on the year. But he has really worn out Century Diamondback pitching this year. As the first pitch home to England, taking a breaking ball off the plate, and it's ball, oh, you call it a strike, okay, 0-1. 8 hits in 12 at-bats as he lines this one to center, coming up the center fielder, Packard, and makes the catch. So
Oxborough, the batter.
The hottest hitter against Century flies out to center. Now here is Chase Oxborough. Oxborough hit the ball in the top of the 7th inning on Saturday in Pocatello that was misplayed by the left fielder, Alex Wynn. Indians had 2 men in scoring position and nobody out, as the next pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. The next 3 hitters struck out, lined out, and then flew out to right, and the ball game was over. 2-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-1 now to Oxborough. Chase hitting .320, no home runs, and 15 runs batted in during the regular year. Here's the 2-1. It is over again with a breaking pitch as he dropped it on the outside edge, and it's now 2-2. Floyd comes home. The pitch is dropped at home plate. It's swung on and missed. Dropped by the catcher. He'll have to retire Oxborough at first, which he does. It's a strikeout. 2-3 on the putout for the 3rd out. And just like Century did in the top of the inning, the Indians are gone in order here in the bottom of the 1st inning as well. We're done with 1 here from Tony Hansen Field as we go to the 2nd. No score.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street in Preston.
KACH.
Phelan and Derrick Malcolm.
Top of the 2nd inning, no score in the game. Jake Call, Blake Phelan, and Derrick Malcolm will come up here for Century here in the top of inning number 2 to face Seth Burbank. Burbank, who works out of the stretch even though there's nobody on base. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that's a good one. He drops it over for a strike, and it's 0-1. For Burbank, he's making his 8th appearance on the year from the mound. As that pitch is swung on and missed. And it's no balls and 2 strikes now on the leadoff man, Jake Call, the second baseman. Here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way. Goes back hard and down and hits foul off the first base side, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. For Burbank, who has a pitch is swung on and missed.
Call goes down on strikes.
As Call strikes out, looking for the number of innings that he has worked, and I don't see it. As Call goes down on strikes, that's the first strikeout for Burbank today, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 2nd. So for Burbank, with a 5.18 earned run average in all of the appearances that he has made, and so far this year in his appearances on the mound, he's given up 17 hits, 12 runs, only 9 of those earned, and has struck out 11, now make it 12 with a strikeout of Call. So here is Blake Phelan, the catcher, who rolls the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Burbank is not going to overpower you. In other words, he's not going to light up a radar gun. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to hit his spots. He has that spot on the outside edge, and Phelan just nudges it foul, and he falls behind the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. And good command, good control. That's what Burbank features. Phelan, who was 0 for 3 against Preston here on Friday. That breaking pitch missed just on the edge. Tried to get him to chase one just off the corner. He wouldn't bite. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away, medium deep. And the breaking pitch, he tries to fight it off and hits it foul. And then Phelan tries to take a couple of steps toward first base like it hit him. He just a real defensive swing as the breaking pitch on the inside half and just trying to protect the inside half at the last possible second and just kind of flicked the bat all arms and just barely hit it foul. Now the 1-2, swung on and missed. So strikeouts of Call and Phelan, quickly 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And now here is Derrick Malcolm, the left fielder. Malcolm, who came up twice the other day in that game here on Friday, flew out to center and took a called third strike, so he was 0 for 2. And he, kind of fooled by a breaking pitch, pops the ball up and it's going to land just out of play as Ashton Madsen came over to have a look, but couldn't get there. It's 0-1. In fact, in that game here the other day, Preston 10-run ruled Century, winning 14-4. Century only had 6 hits in the game and left a total of 4 men on base. Time called as home plate umpire calls time. Pick up something from over by the first base dugout. Now we're ready to go back to work. As Malcolm climbs back in, and the 0-1 bounces up there, goes to the backstop, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So with 6 total hits the other day, and you remember that Pocatello had a tough day the first time they were here, as they lost the first game 12-2 on just 3 hits overall, as the next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-2, and then came back and lost the nightcap 22-4, but they did have 8 hits in that game. So a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch is low, and he's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Daniels would be next. And here's the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch on the way from Burbank. Goes off speed and drops it on the inside corner. Strike 3 called, and Burbank strikes out the side here in the top of inning number 2. So for the second inning in a row, the Diamondbacks go in order, and we will go to the bottom of the second. After an inning and a half, it's Century nothing and Preston nothing.
KACA.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Save $24 on 8 Autolite XP spark plugs after mail-in rebate. You can save 25% when you mix or match 2 or more select Valvoline products. And make your car shine this spring when you buy one, get one 50% off on select appearance products. Stop by and save today at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street. Prices are good through May 25th. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Bottom of the second inning, neither team with a hit yet, or a base runner for that matter, as Damon Wynn will lead off here for the Indians. As Wynn takes a pitch outside and low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. It's Wynn, Austin Glead, and Carson Chug, the middle third of the order for the Indians, due up here in the bottom of inning number 2. As the next pitch home from Flynn, misses outside again, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. So Flynn falls behind 2-0 as the wind starting to pick up a little bit again, blowing from the left field line out toward right center field. Ground ball to third. Oh, great play there of Ivel Piondo, who throws and gets him. What a play to plug the hole and throw out the runner. So Via Piondo makes a great play. Wynn is out 5-3. And now here is Austin Glead. Glead, who was 1 for 4 the other day at Pocatello. He also reached on an error. And the first pitch to Austin misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Glead, another one of those guys with the high rent batting average on the regular season at .434. He also drove in 23 runs. As the breaking ball is outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Of Glead's 23 RBIs, about a third of them, 7, came against Century. Breaking pitch is rolled foul, and it's now 1-2. In fact, Austin hit over 500 just head-to-head against the Diamondbacks this year. He had 6 hits in 11 total at-bats. Floyd ready, he'll rock to the motion and comes home, and the next pitch is up high. Nope, he got the high strike call, and it's 2-2. One of these days I'm going to get used to the timing of these umpires and actually calling strikes. About the time I do, the season will be over. Again, the 2-2. Missed outside, runs the count full, 3-2. So Glead climbs back into the box. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Grounded past the mound. Tough play. Call. Charges, and it gets under his glove. Be an infield hit.
With an infield hit.
As Call with a do-or-die chance couldn't make the play. It was going to be a tough play anyway to field and then throw across his body all in one motion. And he wasn't able to come up with the ball cleanly after he got by the pitcher. So with 1 out, Preston gets the first hit of the game as Glead stands over at first base, and now here's Carson Chug. They go to first base, and they're going to try to keep Glead close over there. Glead, who likes to run. Floyd ready, comes home. That pitch is banged into left field. That's a base hit. As Austin will go to second base, and with the play right in front of him, he'll stay there. Back-to-back singles for the Indians. Runners at first and second. And now here's the pitcher, Seth Burbank, will now come up. So Burbank can come up and help himself here with runners at first and second and nobody out. He drove in 11 on the regular season and has a chance to pick up one here at least with a hit as the breaking pitch misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Chug with an average of .373 overall this season head-to-head against Century. Or check that on the year. Ground ball to third. That'll move the runners up as the third baseman Via Pondo comes up, plays it across the infield in time for the out.
Burbank moves the runners.
And that will be 2 outs.
But is thrown out at first.
So with 2 outs, they'll leave it up to Trevor Gregory to try to pick up the runs.
That'll be 2 outs for the Indians.
And Gregory will come up here. Gregory with a pair of hits the other day at Pocatello was 2 for 3, and he rolls that one foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike. that was 2 for 3, also grounded out to second and scored a run that game at Pocatello. Next pitch to Gregory. That's hit toward left center. That's going to get down, and it's going to score both runs. As headed over into the gap is Picard. By the time he gets it back in, it's a 2-run single for Trevor Gregory, and the Indians are on the board. It's 2-0. So Glead and Chug both come home to score as Preston gets on the board first. Third hit of the inning. And now with 2 outs and a runner at first, here is Emery Thorson.
Thorson, the batter.
Thorson was 1 for 3 at Pocatello Saturday, had an RBI single in that 3-run fourth inning, and hits a ball out toward the deepest part of the ballpark as they're giving chase out near the wall, and it is gone. Third home run of the year for Emery Thorson as he hits it out in the deepest part of left center field, and it is 4-0. So Thorson goes deep for the third time this year. And it's 4-0. 4 runs on 4 hits now in the inning. Now we go back to the top of the order, and Ashton Madsen will come to the plate. Madsen waits. Here comes the first pitch, and it's rolled foul, and it's 0-1. So Oxborough had a couple of home runs last year to lead the team, and Thorson, who was more or less a part-time player last year, now has 3 home runs this year. Ground ball to second. Call has that on a couple of hops. He'll straighten, throw across in time for the out, and that is the third out of the inning, but not before Preston scores 4 runs on 4 hits. There was no errors and nobody left. The big hit of the inning, the 2-run home run by Emery Thorson. 2 innings in the books. We'll go to the third after a pair. It is Preston 4 and Century nothing.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Find out the latest on livestock trends and ag information with Rick Haynes. It's Haynes at the Range, Saturday mornings at 10 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
4-0 Indians. As we go here to the third, I don't know if you can see the people sitting right there along the backstop, but the young girl all the way on the left, she's wrapped up in 2 blankets and just can't get enough. As if you had more blankets, she'd have all 3. As you know, the old saying, the old name for the band, 3 Dog Night. Of course, that saying came from trying to figure out some way to keep warm on a cold night. It's definitely, in fact, around the Preston area tonight, it's definitely going to be a 3 Dog Night tonight to try to stay warm, as they expect a hard freeze in the overnight hours tonight. So we go to the third, and Burbank ready and comes home with the first pitch to Logan Daniels. and it's down low, ball one. It'll be Daniels, followed by Tristan Burroughs, and then Cam Picard, the bottom third of the order for Century. Next pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch, popped up into shallow center. It's Glead going out, waves everybody off and makes the catch.
Glead makes the play for out number 1.
So it'll pop up to the shortstop. That's the first out. And now here is Tristan Burroughs. Burroughs,
Tristan Burroughs, the batter.
Checking back in my scorebook, I don't believe he played the other day. No, he did not. As the first pitch to Burroughs, breaking ball is on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. So the loser today has their season come to an end. His next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. And for the Diamondbacks, winless on the year, boy, hats off to them just for playing it all the way out, not throwing in the towel. Ball hit along the right field side, but that's right where Chug is. He puts the squeeze on that, and that's 2 outs.
Carson Chug brings that in for out number 2.
So 2 down. Now here's the center fielder, Cam Picard.
Cam Packard now the batter.
Packard, who was 1 for 2 in the last meeting against Preston back on Friday, singled and scored a run in the 5th inning, and then also was out on a little bunt in front of home plate, and takes the first pitch high here, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Today's game brought to you by West Motors in Phelan, or in Preston, I should say, and in Logan. If you need a car or truck for that college or high school student, as the next pitch is low, ball 2-0. If you need a car for that college or high school student, well, West Motors is the place to check out and save today. West Motors in Preston and in Logan. The 2-0 pitch. He falls behind 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes here on Packard. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Burbank. He's taking and takes a strike. That's the 3rd time that's happened today, as a Century player thought they had a walk, only to be called back by the home plate umpire. They do not like that, I guarantee you. The 3-1. That one is too high. And finally, there is the first base runner of the day for the Century Diamondbacks, as he reaches on a walk after Seth Burbank had retired the first 8 men in an order. So now we go back to the top of the order, and Eli Blackhawk comes up. Blackhawk hit a ball hard to lead off the game, but hit it right at the third baseman Gregory and was lined out. Burbank looks over at first, comes home to Blackhawk, and it's outside, ball 1 ball and no strikes. So Blackhawk, who we've seen a lot on the football field and on the baseball field, a 3-sport player for the Diamondbacks. Now here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way, as that pitch misses. Ball 2 balls and no strikes. So here in the 3rd inning, Burbank lost his release point here a little bit, as he walks the runner over at first, the number 9 hitter Picard, and now falls behind Blackhawk. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a 1-hopper to the shortstop. Glead had it, dropped it, picked it up, throws, not in time.
Throw not in time.
It'll be an error against the shortstop Glead to allow Blackhawk to reach.
That'll bring up Flynn.
It'll actually be a fielder's choice, and Packard able to reach second base on the error. Either way, it's the first error of the day against the Indians. And they're first error in the last two games, as they did not commit an error at all last Saturday in the game against Pocatello. So here's Gavin Flynn, grounded out his first time up, as the catcher Madsen wants to go out and say something to Burbank here with runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the third inning. Burbank out of the stretch, and he'll come home to Flynn. The first pitch is on the corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Outfield straight away, medium deep, and the wind's starting to gust up just a little bit again. Again, Burbank ready, comes home, and the next pitch hit in the air off the first base side. That'll go reach the customer area down the right field line. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. So Burbank with a new ball, climbs back up on top of the bump. Toes the rubber, looks back at second base. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a little jam job past the mound. Tough play for Glead. No play for Glead, but he throws and not in time. Glead made a heck of a play just to get a throw off, but it's an infield hit for Flynn. That's the first hit today for Century, and it loads the bases with 2 outs here in the third inning. And it'll bring up Kaj Villapondo as they get a courtesy runner over at first base. As they'll get Flynn a chance to go sit down, put a jacket on for a couple of minutes before he has to go back out and pitch again. So 2 outs and the bases are full. Packard's over at third, Blackhawk at second, and Flynn with the infield hit stands over at first. So 2 outs, bases full. As Burbank ready and comes home, the first pitch to Villapondo off speed, and he just waves at it way out in front of it. And it's no balls and 1 strike. And again, Madsen wants to go out to the mound and talk to Burbank for a moment. As he gives us a chance to remind you, today's game is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. Building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. They're breaking ground on phase 3. So now's the time to contact them about a lot or design options that can be built for you. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. Breaking ball on the inside half this time, and it's 0-2. So Burbank jumps ahead of Villapondo. Now here comes the 0-2 pitch as he goes back away again, and it's hit in the air. Foul ground, first base side. Look out, it's Oxborough to make the catch, and the inning is over as he fouls out to end the inning. For the Diamondbacks, no runs, 1 hit. There was an error against the Diamondbacks, error against the Indians, I should say, and the Diamondbacks leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the third after 2.5. It's Preston 4 and Century nothing.
KACA.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles do. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Leading off for the
Well, the
Indians
Diamondbacks
is
did about
Devon
everything you
England,
could do without
followed
getting a
by
run
Chase
home
Oxborough
as they
and
leave the
Damon
bases
Wynn.
loaded. Now we go here to the bottom of the third. And for the Indians, it's the 2, 3, and 4 spots. England, Oxborough, and Wynn due up for Preston. England flew out to center his first time as the center fielder Packard now backing way up as that ball's hit up the middle, and it's going to be into center field for a base hit.
Single for England.
So England singles, the 5th hit of the game for the Indians. And for England, he continues that torrid pace against the Century Diamondbacks with making it out his first time up. He would now be 9 for 14 on the year against Century pitching as they go to first base, and England hops back on the bag. So here's Oxborough, struck out his first time. There goes the runner. Big overhand curveball is outside, and the throw through is not in time. Tell you what, Phelan with a heck of a throw as he just kind of threw from his knees, and England got around the tag for the stolen base. So 1-0 the count on Oxborough. And the next pitch home is swung on and hit foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Should Preston win today, we'll be on the air with you tomorrow about 3:45 from Hollowell Field in Pocatello for another meeting with the Thunder coming up tomorrow. Next pitch, breaking ball, is a bit low. Then it's 2 balls and a strike. Outfielders are all deep. Center fielder and the right fielder are playing almost what we would call a no doubles type defense. As again, the pitch in the dirt, and he falls behind Oxborough, 3 balls and a strike. In other words, the outfielders play so deep that you can't hardly get a ball over their head and not have it go out of the ballpark. And they're playing so close to the power alleys to where they can get the ball in and try to keep a runner from advancing to second base on a double. Thus, they call it no doubles. As the 3-1 pitch is hit foul again by Oxborough. Now the count is full, 3-2. Flynn ready again. Looks back at second, and again the 3-2 pitch to Chase. It's on the corner, strike 3 called, as Oxborough just throws his head back in disgust as he goes down looking. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon on a pair of strikeouts.
1 out, Wynn the batter. Glead on deck.
Flynn has 2 strikeouts in the game, both of them Oxborough. Now here's Damon Wynn. Wynn grounded out his first time up. It was out on a great play by the third baseman Villapondo his first time up. And up there with a chance to pick up a run here with a hit as the pitch is down and away, ball 1, 1-0. So Wynn back up there. Outfield still playing deep, probably partly because of the way the wind is blowing. As that pitch misses outside again, and it's 2-0. The way the wind is blowing, it's going to make any ball continue to carry to center or to right. It went up in the wind, hit it the other way. As that ball in the dirt gets away from Phelan, and over to the third base goes the runner. As standing now at third base is Devon England. Pitch in the dirt, so it'll be a wild pitch against Phelan. And a 3-ball, no-strike count here on Damon Wynn. As Austin Glead, who singled his first time up, waits on deck. 3-0. Well outside as the ball got away, but England's not coming home. So Wynn will head down to first, and the Indians will have runners at the corners and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. They already lead 4-0.
Glead now the batter.
First walk given up by Flynn. And now here is Glead. Glead singled. Eventually came around on the 2-run single by Trevor Gregory in the second inning. There goes the runner. The pitch swung on and missed. They bluff a throw to third, and they'll let Wynn just motor down to second base. Uncontested. So runners at second and third. And 0-1 the count on Burbank. So a couple of runners out there for Burbank to pick up, and the 0-1 pitch is on the corner, and he falls behind 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Burbank just hit a ground ball to the right side, and you can get at least 1 runner in. As they're playing the infield up. Ground ball hit foul. Stays at 0-2. For most teams, when they're going through a batting practice, they have a routine they go through different situations, and you get 1 pitch to try to pick up the runner from wherever he might be. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, foul.
Foul ball.
As picked up there by Daniels in foul ground. And it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. And when you have a runner at third, less than 2 outs, and the infield up, the idea is you just want to hit a line drive someplace. Don't necessarily need to hit it to the left or right side. Just ball hit hard and put it in play. As the pitch breaking ball in the dirt, and it's now 1-2. Just want to put it in play hard somewhere with the infield up. Your batting average goes up about 35 or 40 points because it gives the infielders less time to try to field the ball. Is that just like that? And Blackhawk goes up to get it, flip it back to second for the double play.
Double play.
And the inning is over. Nice play by Blackhawk. Climbed the ladder to be able to go up and get it. It's a line-out double play, and the inning is over as the Indians are turned aside. No runs, a hit, a walk, and they leave 1 runner on base as he's standing over at third. As we're done with 3 complete, we'll head off to the 4th here this afternoon, as 4 seems to be the number for the Indians as they are up 4-0 after 3.
KACH.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
Well, we go off here to the top of the 4th inning with the Indians leading 4-0. And here in the top of the 4th, first ball swinging, hits it right up the chute. Matson throws the mask away, now in fair territory as he crosses the line about halfway up the first base line, able to make the play as Jake Call pops up to the catcher, Matson, for the first out. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Blake Phelan, the catcher, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. Burbank got the first 6 batters in order to start the game, then had a little bit of a rocky inning, but last inning in the 3rd. Allowed the bases loaded, gave up the only hit he's allowed in the game, but the Diamondbacks did not score as the first pitch here to Phelan hit foul, and it's 0-1. Let's see if Phelan get back on track here and pick up outs like he did in the first couple of innings and have a much easier inning here in the 4th than he did last inning. The 1-0-1 pitch is over again, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Phelan. Burbank ready, comes home again. That's hit off the thumbs over by the first base dugout. And it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Nice barehanded catch by a guy over there. So it stays at 0-2. Outfield straight away here against the Century catcher. As he half swing, fastball on the inside half literally tied him up. And Phelan goes down on strikes for the second time today.
Phelan goes down on strikes.
And now here is Derrick Malcolm.
Derrick Malcolm, the batter.
4 strikeouts now for Burbank. He's gotten Phelan twice. And now here is Malcolm. Remember, he struck out the side in the second inning here today, did Burbank. And the first pitch, he goes to that little let-up breaking pitch, and it misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Burbank ready again. And the 1-0 pitch, there's that same breaking ball. This time he does throw it for a strike, and it's 1-1. So a ball and a strike, the 1-1 offering. He's out in front of a pitch as Malcolm now in the hole, 1-2. Tell you what, Burbank, once you are fooled by that off-speed pitch, he gives you a steady diet. Now it comes back a little bit harder and missed outside with it, and the count evens at 2-2. 4-0 Preston, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Burbank out of the windup. Roxon comes home. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Goes back to that little spinner that misses outside, and the count runs full, 3-2. He keeps his elbow down and comes around the outside of the ball, and it keeps the ball really flat and just has kind of a slider action. Here's the 3-2. Popped up again, right in the middle of the infield. Who's it going to be? England, the second baseman, runs everybody off, makes the catch, and for the third time in 4 innings, the Diamondbacks go out 1-2-3. We're done with 3.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still Preston 4 and Century nothing.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
Well, as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here this afternoon, today's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call them at 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. And today's game is also brought to you by Preston Dental Care. We all have those times when we need a professional to take care of our teeth. That is when you need Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. So call today at 852-3700 or stop by the office, 135 South State Street in Preston. Bottom of the 4th inning. Carson Chug, Seth Burbank, and Trevor Gregory due up here for the Indians. Chug 1 for 1 today, singled, scored a run, takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Chug started the play today an even 500 this year against Century. 5 hits and 10 at-bats. The 1-0. That's outside of the breaking pitch again, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Again, outfield straight away. The center fielder, Packard, is playing almost where he can reach out and touch the 390 sign in center field. He's playing so deep. 2-0 pitch over on the corner. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering as Chug hits one off the thumbs, and it's going to find its way into center field for a hit. So Chug able to fight off a good hard pitch on the inside. And for the third time in 4 innings, Preston has the leadoff man aboard. That's their 6th hit of the game. And now here is Seth Burbank, who grounded out his first time up. Burbank 0 for 1. And for Burbank, of all the regular starters for Preston, as the first pitch is up high, ball 1. He is tied for the fewest number of hits this year against the Century staff as they go to first base, and back to the bag safely over there is Chug. He has 4 hits this year against Century. He's 4 for 11 as the pitch again misses and is now 2 balls and no strikes. He's one of 3 players with only 4 hits this year against Century pitching. He has 4, Wynn has 4, and Gregory with 4 coming into the game. 2-0 pitch, misses again, ball 3, 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Flynn has only walked 1 so far on the game. He's going to go to first base again, and he threw it away. As he stumbled making his turn to try to throw, Chug will go to second and then hesitate and stay there. So it's an error on the pitcher.
Second on the air.
As kind of a tough error, as it looked like he lost his balance trying to spin on the mound and throw over to first base. But either way, you got to award the error to somebody, and Flynn is the guy who threw it away. So it stays 3-0. Chug now at second base, and the 3-0 pitch coming up here to Seth Burbank is way outside, ball 4.
Burbank reaches on a walk.
So the error doesn't mean much,
Gregory the batter.
as
Thorson on deck.
Chug would have made it to second anyway on the walk. And now here is Trevor Gregory, who singled on, hitting 2 runs, his first time up today. And for Gregory, his 3rd and 4th RBIs of the year this year against Century. So 2 on, nobody out, and here's the big third baseman. Flynn ready, and the pitch is in and out of the glove of the catcher Phelan, and both runners will move up 90 feet. That's a pass ball, as that was a very catchable pitch. So Preston now with runners at second and third, still nobody out in the inning, and a 1 ball, no strike count. And again, Century has to bring the infield up, and the pitch hit foul over on the first base side, and it's 1-1. Yeah, I am shocked by how deep Packard is playing. He is the center fielder. That pitch misses down and away, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. He could literally reach out, turn around, and take about 2 steps and reach out and touch the 390 sign in center field. He is that deep. As that ball misses outside again, ball 3, 3-1. He is almost so deep that any ball that he would catch out that far is not a ball. It's probably not coming back anyway. As time called by Gregory. So anything hit in front of him, and that would be just about anything at this point, would pick up both runs. Here's the 3-1. And it's over, 3-2. So 3-2, nobody out. Chug down the line from third. Burbank wanders away from second. Infield up here for Century, and the 3-2 pitch is rolled foul. So everyone will come back and we'll do it all again. Even though the infield's up, the first baseman Daniels is still playing about 5 steps behind the bag at first base. As that ball again hit foul, and it stays at 3-2. Third baseman Villapondo is playing just about even with the bag over at third. 3-2. He is outside, ball 4, it loads the bases. Good at bat for Gregory as he works a walk, second straight walk given up by Flynn, and his third of the game. And now hold on, we need timeout, as a member of the coaching staff for the Diamondbacks is coming out to the mound before pitching to Emery Thorson with bases loaded and nobody out. And remember, it's Thorson who homered his last time up, his third of the year. Today's game brought to you by Stokes Market. True value from produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, now fresh bakery and deli items, and now making and selling fresh sushi every day. Stokes Market, True Value, 217 South State Street. That's right here in Preston. Meeting at the mound continues as the home plate umpire making a slow, gingerly walk out toward the mound to try to break up this coffee clutch. And just as he gets about halfway to the mound, they'll break up the meeting and everybody will head back to their spots. And that'll bring up Emery Thorson. Thorson hit a ball deep over the left center field fence for a 2-run home run, his first time up, his third home run of the year. The 2 RBIs, his first 2 of the year against Century. Now he's got a chance to pick up a whole bunch more with the bases loaded. In the first pitch, hits it off the end of the bat, slow roller to the right side, and it's kicked there by the first baseman, and everybody's safe. So it'll be an error on Daniels, but allow the run to come in. Little slow roller that Thorson hit off the end of the bat. Had some weird English on it by the time it got out to Daniels and just kind of rolled off his glove and took about a 90-degree angle left-hand turn. Bases remain loaded. It's 5-0. And now back to the top of the order, and Ashton Madsen due up. First pitch to Madsen misses outside, ball 1. So Burbank now stands over at third, Gregory at second, as the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball outside again, ball 2. Thorson, a lot of speed over at first base. Get somebody warming up now in the bullpen for Century, as the next pitch misses outside, ball 3 again. Next pitch again hit foul, is off the third base side, and it's 3 balls and a strike. See if we can figure out who the guy in the bullpen is here for the Diamondbacks. Madison back up into the box, and the next pitch is again ground ball, could be 2. They'll feed second 1. Blackhawks return throw is not in time. That'll get Burbank home to make it 6-0.
Thorson out on the fielder's choice.
As Madsen picks up the RBI on the fielder's choice. That'll put runners at the corners now. And 1 out in the inning. And here comes Devon England. So Gregory at third, Thorson out 4-6 on the force play. That's the first out of the inning. And the first pitch here to England is there goes the runner, Madsen. Ball dropped by the catcher, and it'll be a stolen base.
Stolen base for Madsen.
So the first of the 2 walks in the inning are cashed in by the Indians. The other one stands at third base. Next pitch to England, gets away. Gregory's not going to try it. He'll stay there with that 6-0 lead. And it's 1-1 now on Devon. Singled, flew out to center, 1 for 2 on the day. And the next pitch home to England, another ground ball. This one goes to Blackhawk. Now they got Gregory hung up. They throw to the plate, and Gregory's out. That's the second out of the inning. He's out 6-2 as he tries to come home.
On the fielder's choice.
So with 2 outs, that'll leave runners at the corners again and bring up Chase Oxborough. Ox today 0 for 2. And so far offensively, he's the guy on the outside looking in, as he struck out twice and takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Keep an eye on England over at first base, as he takes a little bit bigger lead. There he goes. And the pitch, a breaking ball in the dirt. Catcher can't find it, but either way, you doubt he's going to throw out England anyway, who had a pretty good jump, as he steals second base. So runners at second and third now for Oxborough, who's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And hit foul at home plate. Off-speed breaking ball that Ox had hit down and off of home plate, and then it bounced back up and hit his bat a second time. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 2 more runs in here for the Indians. They lead 6-0. The 2-2 hit foul off the third base side. And it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can hear head coach Kenny England calling out from down there at the third base coach's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Oxborough. And the 1-2. Grounded fair. Handled there by Daniels. He'll carry it to the bag, and the inning is over. Tough day for Oxborough continues as he grounds out and leaves a couple of men on base. However, 2 of them come home to score for the Indians. 2 runs on 1 hit, a couple of walks. There was an error, and they leave 2 men on base. We're done with 4 here this afternoon as we go off to the top of the 5th. Preston increases their lead. It's now 6-0. Preston on top. We'll go to the 5th coming up next.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Start your Sunday mornings with inspirational music, thoughts, and stories. It's the Sounds of Sunday. Sunday mornings, 6 a.m. to noon on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to the 5th inning, 6-0 Indians. Dan Hubbard along with John Beverly back in the studio as the Indians, who have 6 runs on a total of 6 hits today. They've left 3 men on base. For the Century Diamondbacks, no runs on 1 hit, and they left 3 men on base. As Seth Burbank has set the side down in order in 3 of the 4 innings so far here today. And they'll start from the bottom third of the order. Ground ball past the mound. And charging Glead, not able to make the play. That's an infield hit.
Infield hit for Logan Daniels.
Do or die play for Glead, not able to get it. Just the second hit of the day here for the Diamondbacks. And that'll bring up Tristan Burroughs, who is a flyout victim his first time up. Couple of games already finals in the big leagues today, 2 of them just getting underway. Plus a handful of other games as Major League Baseball tries to recover from all of the rainouts the other day. One hopper to second. They go to second, one, back to first. It's not in time. I think they're going to say that it pulled Oxborough off the bag.
Runner for out number 1.
So Burroughs hits into the fielder's choice. Daniels out 4-6. And with one out, here's Cam Packard, the number 9 hitter. Packard will hit from the right side here against Burbank. And the first pitch is over for a strike. The finals game's already in the books today. The Baltimore Orioles get a win at home. They beat the Kansas City Royals today 6-1. The next pitch is just off the outside edge, and it's a ball and a strike. The other final, the Yankees get 1 run at home today, and that's all they needed as they beat the Texas Rangers by a score of 1-0. As look out, the breaking pitch up and in. They snap throw back to first, not in time. As Burroughs somehow able to slide around the tag. 2 balls and a strike. Packard climbs back in. Couple of games just like in the second inning, so really very early on. Dodgers, after finishing their weekend sweep of the Chicago Cubs last night, are in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates, and that is scoreless at the end of 2. Also now at the end of 2, the Brewers are in Cincinnati at Great American Ballpark, and the Reds leads that game by a score of 1-0. Ground ball foul outside of third, and it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Other games still to come throughout the rest of the afternoon and the evening. Oakland now at Detroit tonight. The Cleveland Guardians head to Chicago to take on the White Sox. Tampa Bay will be in Southern California to take on the Anaheim Angels tonight. And how about that? The legend of Shohei Ohtani continues to grow as the breaking ball hit weakly toward the shortstop. They go second, 1. English return throw. It kind of got broken up a little bit by Burroughs, who came in rather hard.
Put out to Tristan
So they get the
Burroughs.
force play again at second base. That's the 6-4 on the force. So there's 2 outs. Packard hits into the fielder's choice. Now back to the top of the order again, and Eli Blackhawk. If you missed the game last night or didn't see the highlights, the Angels trailed by
Eli Blackhawk.
2 runs going to the bottom of the 9th inning. With 2 men on base and 2 outs, Shohei Ohtani doubled to the gap in left center field to score 2 to tie the game. And then Anthony Rendon singled to center to score Shohei, and the Angels pulled victory out of the jaws of defeat yesterday as Blackhawk takes the first pitch up high, ball 1, 1-0. So the Angels at home tonight against Tampa Bay. Breaking ball is on the corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Cubs head west. They're in San Diego tonight to take on the Padres. The Marlins also head west. They go to Phoenix as they'll take on the Diamondbacks tonight. Here's the 1-1. Hit toward left center field. That's going to get down. Thorson trying to cut it off. He's not going to be able to. Here comes Packard screaming around third base. He's going to score, and Blackhawk's going to end up at third with an RBI triple.
RBI triple for Blackhawk.
So Blackhawk gets his team on the board as he hits one up the gap. As Packard scores all the way from first with 2 outs, running on contact, and Century has their first run of the game, and it's 6-1. So here that'll bring up the pitcher Gavin Flynn, who singled and grounded out, 1 for 2. So 2 outs, man at third. And the first pitch here to Floyd also misses outside, ball 1. The Phillies have the interleague game today. They'll be up in Seattle to take on the Mariners at Safeco Field. Breaking ball, that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. And then the Rockies are in San Francisco taking on the Giants this evening. As the next pitch is low this time. 2 balls and a strike. Gotta love the ballpark in San Francisco. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 3-1. When you walk into the ballpark in San Francisco, if you've never been there, they make the best garlic fries, sponsored by one of the local watering holes as the pitch is inside and hits Flynn, so he'll head down to first base. That'll be runners at the corners. Still 2 outs. First hit batter for Burbank today. And it'll bring up Kaj Villapando with 2 on, 2 outs, and a run in. So this is a local bar and brewery sponsors a place there in the ballpark where they make garlic fries. And when you walk into the ballpark, it permeates the building almost. You can smell nothing but garlic fries when you walk into the ballpark. As the first pitch here to Villapando is over for a strike. The other thing is really cool. If you're there for a night game and you're sitting up high enough in the stands, you can see out over the center field bleachers as the next pitch to Villapando is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. You can see out over the center field bleachers and directly across the San Francisco Bay. Now, you're probably looking a couple of miles, but you can see it's lit up on the hillside. Over on the far side, you can see the Oakland Temple. As a breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes here on Kaj Villapando. 6-1, Preston on top. And the next pitch is a ground ball. That will be foul again. Gregory fields it in foul ground just behind the bag. And it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the first time I was ever at the ballpark there in San Francisco, the new ballpark, I thought, well, what's that strange? What's that light over there across the bay on the side of the hill? It wasn't until I borrowed somebody's binoculars for a minute and looked at it and realized, oh, that's what it is. Okay. As they go to first base and back to the bag over there is Flynn. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Villapando climbs back in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And the 1-2 swung on and missed as they throw through as
Blackhawk crosses for a run.
The pitch was swung on and missed, and instead of retiring the out at first base, the easier throw, Madsen threw through to second and wasn't in time. Now hold on a second. There's 2 outs. So they would have had to record the out at first base anyway. Normally, when first base is occupied in less than 2 outs, the drop third strike by the catcher, it's an automatic out. But not this time. So it's a strikeout. It'll be an error on Madsen. And then a throw to second base that was too late, and Blackhawk came home on the throw to second base. So runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the inning. And now here is Jake Call, who's also 0 for 2 and swings and comes up empty at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. So 2 runs home here in the inning for Century. It's now 6-2 as that ball's lined to center field, and that'll extend the inning. As coming to third and staying at third base is Flynn, And the bases are loaded again here for the Diamondbacks. The second inning, in the second time in the last 3 innings. And now here comes Kenny England out to the mound. Call with his first hit of the game. And with the bases loaded, the Preston Skippers headed to the mound to come out and talk to his pitcher. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston. As England looking around, and he's going to stay with Burbank after a little bit of a pep talk as he turns and heads back to the dugout. So here's Blake Phelan, who struck out twice. And with the bases loaded here, now Kenny England goes to the home plate umpire. He's looking for some kind of an explanation. As Kenny doesn't necessarily agree with what the umpires say, but he turns and heads back to the dugout anyway. So here's Phelan. Struck out in the second, struck out in the fourth. Now up there with the bases full. Burbank will work out of the stretch, and the first pitch popped up right in the middle of the infield again. Gregory coming down, makes the play, and for the second time today, the Century Diamondbacks leave the bases loaded. But this time, the Diamondbacks get on the board with a pair of runs. On 2 hits, there was an error against the Indians, and they leave the bases full again as we're done with 4.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Preston 6, Century 2, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500. We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Damon Wynn, followed by Austin Glead and Carson Chug.
Damon Wynn, Austin Glead, and Carson Chug do up for Preston here in the bottom of the 5th. As the first pitch hit on the ground of the third baseman. Whoa, big hop as it bounces up and hits via Pondo in the middle of the chest. And it's going to be a bad hop single here for Damon Wynn.
Third base.
That hit right around the seam of the grass and the dirt and bounced up and hit via Pondo up around the middle of the chest, maybe up around the shoulder as it goes as a bad hop single. And now here's Austin Glead. Glead singled and lined into a double play and swings and misses at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. So we're about an hour and 20 minutes or so into the game. As the clouds now starting to roll in a little bit again, as again the pitch hit foul at home plate. So Wynn will have to come back running on the pitch, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. So with the cloud cover moving its way back in, it started to get a little bit more dark now. As you can, if you're watching on mylocalradio.com, you can see that on our picture, because certainly it's not as bright as it was, say, when the game started. As we're expecting mostly clear skies tonight and cool temperatures down into the mid-20s. As Glead hits a ball into right center field, and that's going to get down for a hit. And because the center fielder Packard was playing so deep, Wynn's going to go all the way to third base.
A single for Glead.
So Wynn goes all the way to third. He's there with nobody out. Back-to-back hits by the Indians. Now with 8 hits in the game. And now here is Carson Chug, who has 2 of those hits already today. So Flynn's going to have to scramble here to keep it a 4-run lead here for the Indians, as he allows the first 2 men in the inning to reach. And here's Chug. First pitch to Carson. Breaking ball is up high. Ball 1-0. Today's game brought to you by Motor Jungle, 597 North State Street in Preston. They are becoming the new place to go used car shopping in the city of Preston. So go by and check it out for yourself. They're on State Street, way at the north end of town, 597 North State Street in Preston. It is Motor Jungle. 1 ball and no strikes. Chug back up there. And they'll bluff to third, look at first. Everybody's safe. As Glead plots his back into the face of first into the dirt, back onto the bag. Keith ready again, comes home to Chug. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to get through again. Chug's got 3 hits today as he picks up an RBI. And then Malcolm has the ball go behind him. And when it does, here comes Glead to score. Chug all the way to third.
Chug reaches third on the double.
So 2 runs in. Second run coming in on the air against Malcolm when the ball got behind him. As Preston gets those 2 runs back, and it's now 8-2. Chug ends up all the way over at third base. Still nobody out. Now here's Burbank as he takes the first pitch for a ball, ball 1. Burbank walked and eventually came home to score back in the 4th inning. He's also grounded out, so he's 0 for 1 officially today. There's a breaking ball again outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Just as I was talking about how dark it was getting, the cloud moves out of the way and the sun pops out again. "41 degrees at game time. It's not much warmer than that right now. As that pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. So it's been a cool day with snow showers on and off during the day. As the next pitch is a ground ball toward Blackhawk. He's going to come home, and Phelan can't handle the throw. And Chug jumps over the catcher, Phelan, and comes home to score.
Burbank reaches on the
That'll be a fielder's choice as Blackhawk came home. Either way, it's 3 runs in the inning for the Indians, as it's now 9-2. And with Burbank over at first, here's Trevor Gregory again. Gregory singled and walked and wants timeout before
Gregory
Flynn comes home with the first pitch.
Thorson and Madsen.
So 3 straight hits and a fielder's choice produced 3 runs in the inning here for the Indians, as it's 9-2. First pitch to Gregory. Popped up, right side. Call. Just a few steps out on the outfield grass, makes the catch. That's the first out.
Route number 1.
And that'll bring up Emery Thorson again.
Thorson at the plate.
Thorson reached on an error his last time. Then had the big home run way back in the 2nd inning. As the first pitch to Thorson, he pulls it inside third and down the line. To second base goes Burbank, and he will stay there with the play right in front of him. Second hit of the day for Thorson as he singles down the line. He hit it so hard that the third baseman Villapondo couldn't hardly respond and try to get a glove up. It was by him in that fast. Now back to the top of the order, and Ashton Matson will come back up again. 10 hits now in the game for the Indians, as that pitch is on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Runners at first and second and one out. Matson today 0 for 3. Has hit the ball on the ground twice to the second baseman call, and he's also hit into a fielder's choice. As that pitch in around his shoe tops, slides his feet back to get out of the way, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Matson at the plate. He would represent the 10-run lead if he should score. And he hits a ball in the air toward right field. Right there is the right fielder, Burroughs, who dropped the ball, was up in the sun, and he couldn't see it. Everybody will be safe as they advance. It'll be an error on Burroughs to load the bases.
Matson reaches on the air.
Second error of the inning. Third of the game for Century. And now here is England. England, the hottest bat on the team, head-to-head against Century, comes up with a chance to win the game right here. If he can find a gap, it would get Matson home from first base and would end the game. As he drives one to center. As coming up on the ball is the center fielder, Packard. Can't make the catch. That'll get 1 home. That'll get 2 home. And Matson goes all the way to third.
2 RBI singles.
2-run single for England. His second hit of the game. And England now with 14 runs batted in this year, head-to-head against the Diamondbacks. So Matson goes to third. Burbank and Thorson both score. And Matson standing at third base and Oxborough at the plate. And if they can get Matson home, the game's over. First pitch. Ground ball toward Call at second. Bad hop. Knocks it up in the air. Throw to first is in time. And that's just the second out of the inning, so the game is over.
Winning run comes across the plate.
So Oxborough grounds out 4-3, but Matson scores, and that'll be the 10-run lead, and the ball game will be over. As for the 4th time this year, all 4 times the Indians face the Diamondbacks, and they win it on the 10-run rule. The final score here this afternoon, 12-2. I invite you to stay tuned for the post-game show. It comes up right after this. Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market, True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have occasion when you need a professional to look at your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. Looking for a quality used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little home in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable.
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian postgame show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian postgame show. Well, welcome back here to Tony Hansen Field here this afternoon as the postgame show is brought to you by Naylor Insurance. With many options to serve you from home, health, life, and auto through Liberty Mutual Insurance, it's Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston, and by Preston Auto Parts. Whenever you need something to keep your car running in tip-top form, stop by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest and be treated like a friend at 17 South State Street, also here in Preston. For the Indians this afternoon, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. Come out, dispatch the Century Diamondbacks as quickly as possible without having to go very deep into the pitching staff, and get a reset and another game coming up tomorrow against the Pocatello Thunder, as they lost by just 1 run on Saturday, and they get another chance at them again coming up tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a couple of minutes. But the Indians able to put runs together in bunches. They got 4 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 4 more in the fifth, as they knock off the Diamondbacks by the final score of 12-2 for the Diamondbacks. Unfortunately, their season comes to an end and they go winless on the year. And like I said earlier in the game, hats off to the Diamondbacks when you have a year like that to keep hustling and playing hard all the way through the year. Well, it's hard to do, but they did it as they put up the best defense they could here this afternoon. For the Indians to win it, 12 runs on 11 hits. They committed 2 errors and they left 4 men on base. For Century, 2 runs on 3 hits today. They committed 3 errors and they left 6. Seth Burbank is the winning pitcher as he picks up the win, as he walked 1, struck out 4, and hit a batter. As the loss will go to Gavin Flynn. Gavin walked a total of 3 in the game, and he also struck out 2. So the Preston Indians knock off the Diamondbacks here today to improve their record now to 12-7-1 on the year. Final score 12-2. As we'll take a timeout, we'll come back, have a little bit more on the postgame show right after this.
KACH. It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select a pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
Time to name our player of the game here this afternoon, as the Diamondbacks, or I should say the Indians, beat the Diamondbacks by the final score of 12-2. Our player of the game here this afternoon, let's give it to Carson Chug. Chug 3 for 3 on the day, singled in the second, single in the fourth, single again in the fifth, and also scored all 3 times. that he was on base here today. So our player of the game, Carson Chug, and our player of the game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. As they're breaking ground on Phase 3, now is the time to contact them about a lot or design options for a home that can be built for you. It's Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837, 435-232-1837. Another game coming up tomorrow for the Indians. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and tell you what's on tap. We'll do that right after this.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
All right, coming up tomorrow afternoon, another shot for the Indians at the Pocatello Thunder, as we'll be back over at Hollowell Field in Pocatello, as it'll be the first of the championship game possibilities for the district championship. Should the Indians win, it would force the fifth game of the district tournament, which would be back here coming up on Wednesday. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. They still need to have a very difficult assignment, as more than likely they're going to face the tough right-hander Hunter Killian tomorrow for the Thunder, which would make for a very difficult assignment. I do not know who might be pitching for the Indians tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to ask Kenny who he would probably be throwing, but we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have that game for you. First pitch tomorrow afternoon is at 4 p.m. We'll be on the air with the pregame show about 3:45 tomorrow afternoon from Hollowell Field in Pocatello. So until then, I'm Dan Hubbard here at Tony Hansen Field. The executive producer of Preston Indian Sports is Val Cook. Our studio engineer this afternoon has been John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us today. As we remind you of the final score, the Indians beat the Diamondbacks for the fourth time this year, as they win today by the final score of 12-2. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Pocatello. Until then, good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.